What, when, and where were you born, and what generation do you consider yourself a part of?
I born in the generation of the 80s and 90s. I think it's the X,
Gen X?
Gen X. Yeah, not sure, but it's like I always belong to that generation, the 80s and 90s.
Okay. What do you consider yourself to be your hometown?
My hometown is Cochabamba, Bolivia.
Okay. What is something that made you feel safe or unsafe in your hometown neighborhood?
On those times, 80s and 90s, my hometown was very peaceful. I didn't have to worry. I didn't have worries or concerns. We were like living in a peaceful place.
Okay. What are two ways you think life has had to change for teenagers today to stay safe compared to when you were a teenager?
Uh, Say it again.
What are two ways you think life has had to change for teenagers today to stay safe compared to when you were a teenager?
As I told you, there was a peaceful place, so maybe in these times there is more criminal, more cases, kidnaps. No parents are always concerned about kidnaps, so I think that makes unsafe in these times to grow a child.
Okay. What was your number one safety concern as a youth?
Uh, the freedom that I had, it was freedom to walk late at night, freedom to go with friends, freedom to don't be worried about worries.
Okay. What is your number one safety concern today?
Mm. Um, eh, COVID.
COVID?
I
Okay.
think COVID. There is so many problems with this COVID problem.
Alright. Do you feel like that perception and or respect of law enforcement officers and organizations has changed since you were a teenager?
Mm. Well, we are talking about two different countries. I was a teenager and I grew in Bolivia. It's South America. It's totally different from United States. So I can say over there, I went to my country and it has been a lot of change. I saw a lot of change, improvements, and I guess over here I also has changed a lot because before, uh, I guess when I came to United States 30 years ago, my kids born here, I always have been concerned on to take good care of them and then protect them from most the kidnaps. I said because I was not uh, totally free to don't think about all the time to go to the parks and always taking care of them, thieves and those bad things that happen to the children.
Okay. What city, town, or community do you live in today?
Stockton. I live in Stockton.
Okay. Is your neighborhood safe? What makes it safe or unsafe?
My neighborhood is safe. I never heard big issues around my neighborhood.
Okay. Do you feel that your local law enforcement agency is responsive to your community needs? If yes, what is going well? If no, what do you feel needs support or improvement?
The local is, I think, is answering good because I used to have we had alarm and the alarm, is always connected to the police. So even when the alarm went off, the police was calling right away and say, "Oh, coming to see what happened."
Yeah.
So I think the response over here on the north, Stockton North, is okay. We don't have concerns.
What is something your community can do better to deter crime and support a peaceful and law-abiding community?
Say it again.
What is something your community can do better to deter crime and support a peaceful and law-abiding community?
Um, I think to increase the polices, the officials, the sheriffs, and in order to do that, I guess they have to hire more police, right?
Okay. What immediately comes to mind when you hear the phrase defund the police?
No, I think it's a bad idea because if I'm a favor of to increase the police, they have to have more budget. They defund and it's not working. They're not gonna work properly.
Okay. How do you feel about police reform? Is it needed? Does our system have a few cracks or is it broken?
Uh, no, I guess police, they are doing their jobs. They are they do their jobs. It's just that they need more budget maybe to improve their personal and hire more police.
Okay. Was there a crime or trial that stood out to you as a youth or now as an adult?
Um, yeah, it's just the big criminal that it happened here in my neighborhood on Thornton. There was few years ago when the thieves broke into the bank, I think West Bank of the West. There was a big amount of police shootings, and that happened like years ago, and it was very big issue that all the neighborhood was concerned about that happened that year.
Yeah. Did that crime stand out because it was personal, local, newsworthy, handled well, or handled poorly?
It was local. We could hear the helicopters, the police shootings, and so it was local.
Okay. What is one high profile crime or case you feel like we still don't have all the answers to?
That happened. I remember many years ago, but I think it didn't have a good trial or answer. And it's the
O.J. Simpson?
O.J. Simpson. Yeah, that one.
Can you say it one more time?
The O.J. Simpson.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.